This video contains content that some may find disturbing. In February 2023, one of the biggest social media stars in the world left 18 million fans behind and disappeared without a trace. She was an award-winning content creator, a popular musician, and a New York Times bestseller, but she had also been involved in financial scams, claimed to be the second coming of Jesus, and became the laughing stock of the internet. She had a history of mental health issues, constantly got in fights, and put her own life in danger on multiple occasions.
Get the f*** out of my house, now! Now! Now!
So what was her breaking point?
Help me!
Where did she go?
Wake the fuck up!
And was she even alive?
You want to kill yourself because there's no escape.
Now, we finally have an answer.
I'm sorry for who I've become.
Gabbie Hanna was at the center of controversy right from the start of her career, even when she didn't mean to be. She started uploading comedy skits to video platform Vine in 2013.
Dad, could I please go to a party tonight?
Be drinking?
No.
Drugs?
No.
What the heck do you go to a party for?
Wait, really?
She quickly became one of its biggest creators, gaining nearly 5 million followers before the site eventually shut down. But she wasn't a full-time content creator straight away. During her early days on Vine, Gabbie also had another job at a marketing company which sold novelty products in Sam's Club retail stores. She was good at it too, allegedly becoming the #1 salesperson in the country. But there was a big problem, because this company basically relied on a pyramid scheme. When she found out, she left. But this was just the first step on a slippery slope of drama that has plagued her for over a decade. After starting her YouTube channel, Gabbie started working for BuzzFeed in 2015, doing comedy and lifestyle videos.
Speaking of the 1990s, I have a Tamagotchi on my keys. I also have a Game Boy Color, which I play sometimes when I'm just like bored.
It was a great career move, but around the same time, she was accused of stealing jokes from other creators by a YouTuber named Doc. People brought up various tweets that were apparently stolen from comedians such as Bo Burnham and Mitch Hedberg. And Gabbie admitted that in her past, she had taken jokes and reposted them as her own.
I straight up was stealing tweets. If I was on a meme page and I saw tweets that I thought were funny and were getting shared over and over and over and over and over, I would copy and paste and tweet it, because that's just what I saw was being done. That doesn't make it okay.
She even admitted to taking memes from Tumblr and posting them on Vine, which contributed to her early success. Although she claimed she didn't do that anymore. But there was also a video in which she appeared to copy an entire stand-up bit from Louis C.K.
This Louis C.K. joke, the second I saw what he was doing where he put that next to that, like mine versus his, I was like, holy fucking shit, I stole that fucking joke.
She claims it was unintentional and didn't realize she had stolen the joke until she saw the two videos side by side. She had even copied one of his hand gestures. She took her video down because she didn't want to profit from someone else's work and said she'd learned her lesson. But a lot of people weren't buying it. Gabbie got a lot of hate and lost a lot of respect from her peers. It was her first taste of being attacked by a large group of people all at once. And this would happen again and again throughout her career. At times, it seemed like she was even doing controversial things on purpose for attention.
There's babies on the street!
But whether she wanted it or not, eventually it all became too much and she snapped.
Wake the fuck up!
Her fans went from worried to terrified as she started acting erratically before doing something extremely dangerous, and then disappearing altogether. To fully understand her catastrophic fall, we have to look at how she got to the top. After Gabbie put the plagiarism scandal behind her and started focusing on her YouTube career, things started to look up. In 2015, she was part of David Dobrik's Vlog Squad, which was incredibly popular at the time. Videos she featured in on David's channel regularly got millions of views, and her own channel was starting to take off too, as she started gaining millions of subscribers.
This is my dream, right?
Yeah.
Working with other successful creators was her inspiration for keeping going in the face of adversity. She was a young girl from Pennsylvania living her dream in Los Angeles. She was so successful that in 2016, she was nominated for a bunch of social media awards. But she started making bad decisions and doing questionable things, and the next 6 years were an absolute roller coaster of triumph, followed by tragedy. In 2017, she started branching out her content by releasing her first music video, which got 16 million views. And she also released a book of poetry which made it onto the New York Times bestsellers list. But in that same year, Gabbie also released a video where she talked about a former classmate who had died of a drug overdose. The problem was, she didn't ask the victim's family if this was okay. Gabbie was forced to do another apology video as she learned a new lesson about how careful you have to be as a content creator. But this clearly wasn't a lesson she'd take to heart, because 2018 followed the exact same pattern. That year, she was nominated for an even bigger award at the Shorties, YouTuber of the Year. She also released another music video for her song Monster, which went viral, but not for the reason she was hoping. In an interview with Genius, Gabbie showed off parts of the song and broke down the lyrics, but the chorus was ruined by a glitch in the audio.
So what if I'm the monster that's been here all along?
Gabbie became the laughing stock of the internet, and it spawned countless memes.
So what if I'm the monster?
It helped people find her music, but Gabbie would have definitely preferred people liked it for what it was, rather than because of a mistake. On the surface, it didn't seem like everyone laughing at her was affecting her.
Dude, wait, the reason that one made me laugh.
Either way, she accepted the error and owned what Monster had become. In fact, 2018 was looking like a pretty good year, until one moment brought everything crashing down and ruined her reputation. Beauty YouTubers were on the rise at the time, with makeup reviews and tutorials becoming extremely popular. And makeup brands were getting in on it, sponsoring creators and sending people products to review. One such brand was Kenza Cosmetics. They teamed up with Gabbie to promote a line of makeup brushes that normally cost $80. But the deal was that Gabbie's fans would only have to pay $10 for the shipping, and they'd get the entire set of brushes free.
Get so many of these offers from so many different brush companies that I don't take. But when I got these samples, I actually really enjoyed them.
The issue was, there were widespread reports of people never receiving the brushes after they'd made the payment. But Gabbie denied this.
But then people started getting their brushes and nobody was publicly saying that they were getting their brushes. So now that we've established that it's not a scam.
But that wasn't the only reason people were saying it was a scam. When people received these brushes, which were supposed to be very high quality, some reported they were poorly made and falling apart. To which Gabbie had a very strange response.
Now, are they these amazing, high quality, can't even believe it, great brushes? No, I also never said they were.
The problem was, when they're advertised as $80, people will expect a certain quality. So, Gabbie never actually apologized for what many believed to be a scam. In fact, it almost seemed like she was blaming her fans for speaking out about it when they were the ones who felt ripped off. This was the moment that Gabbie stopped saying sorry for things, and instead went on the offensive whenever she got called out. She lashed out when faced with criticism, whether it was warranted or not. And ultimately, this is what led to her disappearance.
And I'm not gonna sit down and make a video with screenshots exposing my bullies.
2019 was the year when secret feuds with other creators spilled out into the open. Gabbie had been going back and forth with fellow creator Trisha Paytas online, with both accusing the other of harassing them and stirring up drama. Gabbie even told one of Trisha's ex-boyfriends that she had herpes. So Trisha put out a video called "Why I Don't Trust Gabbie Hanna."
Gabbie, have we slept together? Did I show you my STD results? Are you my doctor? Did you swab my vagina?
Gabbie didn't apologize for the apparent lie, saying she was just looking out for a friend who might be at risk. The feud continued for years, with Trisha saying Gabbie was delusional, a liar, and potentially dangerous to other people, or even herself. However, Gabbie did invite Trisha onto her podcast to try and clear the air, and it did not go well.
Big Mamrie Hart, Joey Graceffa, it's not about you.
But then my
Gabbie,
wait,
it's
but
so
Trish,
paranoid.
it's okay,
And
no,
but you think
no,
things are
honey.
about you.
The thing is, Trisha wasn't the only YouTuber Gabbie was feuding with, not by a long shot. Even though her first book of poetry, Adultolescence, sold well when it first came out, reviews were fairly mixed. YouTuber Rachel Oates released a series of videos diving into the poems, with the first one being called "Gabbie Hanna's Poetry is Bad." It is the most viewed video on her channel, with 1.3 million views.
To start with, I want to look at Gabbie's poem called Sleep, which is one of the first ones in the book. It also features a very basic little illustration by her, and it's just a very simple, straightforward, quite shallow poem.
Rachel released 2 more videos, called "Gabbie Hanna Disappoints Me Again" and "Gabbie Hanna's Lazy Poetry." And the book got similar feedback from other creators over the next few weeks. A negative review is bad, but Rachel went a step further. She released a parody of Gabbie's book called Dogolescence, where she got her dog to pick basic words and rhymes.
Cheesy nibbles for now. This one for Harry. This one for Ronnie. Alright, wait. Go! Oh, Ronnie's the first choice!
When most people get bad reviews for their work, they accept the feedback and move on. And for a while it seemed like she had. Gabbie actually sent a copy of her second poetry book, Dandelion, to Rachel to review.
I guess what I honestly have to say after reading Dandelion is that I am incredibly disappointed. And I actually think I would go as far to say that most of the poems in here are worse than Adultolescence.
Not the response Gabbie was hoping for, and this is when she started lashing out. She wrote on Twitter, "I think it's really lame that a bunch of non-creative, insecure, neurotypical people dragged my poetry for months for views instead of creating their own art." She also accused Rachel of bullying her, harassing her, and mocking her. And this stance of calling her critics bullies became a theme of the next couple of years. Rachel defended her review as constructive criticism and said her parody was simply making fun of a lazy writing style, not mocking Gabbie herself. And she asked Gabbie to leave her out of her attention-seeking games. But that didn't happen.
That thanks to her fans, 3 million on Instagram, and the way she sent them to my Instagram account and got them to harass and hurl abuse at me and false flag my account has been removed. I am the victim of targeted harassment here.
Gabbie has been accused multiple times of using her platform and popularity to harass smaller creators, such as Angelica Oles and Hello Leash. But Gabbie often turned any criticism or accusation back on the person who put it on her in the first place. And the culmination of all of this was her 2021 YouTube series called Confessions of a Washed-Up YouTube Has-Been. These videos addressed all of her previous feuds and scandals. She had planned for them to completely clear the air, prove her innocence in most cases, and be a cathartic release as she tried to move on with her life. Instead, they were met with fierce backlash and eventually led to her disappearance. The The most controversial story she talked about was a feud with her former best friend, Jessie Smiles. In 2019, one of Gabbie's former fans tweeted, "I think a lot of people forget or don't know that Gabbie Hanna chose a over her then best friend, who was the victim." In 2013, Jessie had accused another Vine star, Curtis Lepore, of SA. At the time, it is alleged that Gabbie tweeted that she doubted the claims, although she denies this ever happened. Years later in 2019, Jessie released a video called "Gabbie Hanna Needs to Be Stopped."
She said, "Jessie, Curtis's friends didn't you. What the fuck do I say to that?"
Over the next couple of years, Gabbie accused Jessie of sending a hate campaign against her, and that it was her fault that fans were now calling her a apologist. In 2021, Jessie released part of a phone call the two of them had the year before, where they had tried to put their differences aside.
Like, just hang up, fuck him.
Jesse, I wanted to fight for you.
Don't, like, literally fuck him.
I agree. Fuck him. I agree.
But Gabbie accused Jessie of editing it to make her look bad, and then released the full 3-hour conversation on her YouTube. Jessie then released a new video called "Gabbie Hanna Will Never Stop," in which she once again accused her of harassment and lying. This video, and "Gabbie Hanna Needs to Be Stopped," are by far the most viewed videos on Jessie's channel, with a combined view total of over 13 million. Support flooded in for Jessie, while many turned their backs on Gabbie. And other YouTubers also started making their own videos about Gabbie's behavior. Whether or not Gabbie was telling the truth, her reputation was ruined in front of millions, and it was becoming too much to bear.
Oh my god. People hate me. People really think I'm a apologist. People really think that I exploited a murdered teenager. People really think I'm a scam artist. People really think that I'm all of these things. And you're like, you want to kill yourself because there's no escape.
Not long after Jessie's video, Gabbie disappeared. Her last upload was on July 20th, 2021, with an intro that said she had been hypomanic and suicidal. It featured her naked in the bath, singing a song called "Sorry I'm Late."
I've been having more than the better days, fed up, messed up, fucked up in every way, but who cares? We're all dying anyway. Fuck it.
The description said that she felt her mental health being compromised, which led the fans she still had to worry about her safety. They couldn't contact her or find out what she was doing because she had decided to go offline entirely from here on out. However, that ended up being far from the truth. Gabbie soon came back, but this first disappearance was only the precursor to a much bigger, unexplained one which left many fearing for her life. Her 2021 hiatus only lasted a few months before she returned with new music on YouTube in October. And in 2022, she renewed her social media presence by regularly posting to TikTok, where she amassed nearly 8 million followers. She seemed to be doing much better. She appeared more positive, said she was going to therapy, and even performed a live music show. But it wasn't long before the drama caught up to her, because one video changed everything.
Listen up! This advice is about to change your life! I have the ick. This tip is not just for overcoming depression. This is gonna get you excited to wake up every day. It's 10:30, I just got up. Neither here nor there! Bitch, you gotta get a hobby. Bitch, better get a hobby!
It was probably well-meaning advice, but the comments were filled with hate.
You're sitting here like, I don't want to live, and you want to parasail and you've never Go parasail!
Many said they didn't have the money or time for hobbies like this, and they said her suggestions were tone-deaf and came from a place of extreme privilege. YouTube drama channels once again latched onto the Gabbie Hanna train. And things weren't helped when Gabbie made her big return to YouTube, only for her to post compilations of videos she'd already uploaded to TikTok. Although many of her fans were happy to see her back, people called her lazy for reposting old content with barely any editing. For every positive comment she received, she also got something negative. And those negative comments really start to pile up, especially for Gabbie, who had been open about her depression and mental health struggles in the past, even though she appeared upbeat in her videos. Behind the scenes, she was going down a very dark path. And when it finally exploded out into the open in August 2022, fans got a shocking look into what Gabbie's life was really like.
Help me! Help me!
Gabbie had been very active on TikTok throughout the year, but suddenly it became a total obsession. Over the course of a few days, she posted literally hundreds of videos that were becoming increasingly erratic. The topics ranged from politics, to race, to religion, and everything in between.
Wake the fuck up! Wake the fuck up before we go to sleep! Wake the fuck up! There's babies on the street!
At first, people thought she might be trying to promote some new music. Some even thought it was funny. But her loyal fans knew about her depression and ADHD diagnosis, and were starting to worry. And things took a dark turn when Gabbie started making racially controversial comments.
Black women especially naturally embody the Holy Spirit because black mothers are always left to raise their babies alone when the father leaves.
She was also accused of using transphobic and ableist language and appeared to be having delusions of grandeur.
Just in case you maybe a little believe me that I could actually be the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Fans were begging her to stop and seek help as she just kept posting and posting. Eventually, police arrived at her house.
The cops just came to my door because they got a call saying that I was going to hurt myself or somebody else.
She accused the police of mocking her in her distressed state and not providing any emotional support. And the wellness check clearly didn't help at all, because as soon as they left, Gabbie went right back to posting. And the worst was yet to come.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Think you can use your bathroom?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Come on.
Thank you.
Hey, there's fine. What's your name?
My name's Nick.
Nick? Nice to meet you.
Right in the middle of her endless posting, Gabbie let a complete stranger into her house. Then, she started posting videos with him as if they were great friends.
Now we're gonna go for a run together. He asked to pray with me. It was really nice.
But Nick had a dark secret. He wasn't someone who was just in the area and needed to use the bathroom. He was also a TikToker and knew exactly the situation Gabbie was in.
All right, everybody, I'm literally inside of the house right now.
Gabbie and Nick spent hours together before she realized something was up.
By the way, Nick, yes. I know you know who I am. Come on. Why did you lie to me this whole time? Why did you lie to me? That's for my acne, you dumb. Get the fuck out of my house. Now. Now. Now!
He claimed that since everyone was worried about her, he went there to do his own wellness check. But many pointed out that clearly he was just doing it for views on his own TikTok. Thankfully, other than being creepy, Nick didn't do anything to harm her. The situation could have been way worse if Gabbie had let someone more dangerous into her home. After 3 days, the videos finally stopped. A period of silence followed, and then Gabbie returned to explain that she had been experiencing a severe manic episode. She also shared that she had been high on marijuana at the time. Fans were hoping the ordeal was over. She certainly seemed more coherent while explaining what had happened. But in another video, she said, "I remember most of the videos. There was so much brilliance and genius to them." She went back to posting her normal content, but at this point there was no doubting Gabbie's mental state. She would soon start getting her tattoos removed, which is not only an extremely painful process, they were also a big part of her identity. It had only been a few months since she had got some of these tattoos, leaving fans wondering about her stability. And they were given a shock in early 2023 when Gabbie simply disappeared. One of the last TikToks she uploaded came with the caption, "I think this is my last post ever on TikTok." And another featured her on her knees singing and saying God was speaking through her. It was reminiscent of her last disappearance, but this one appeared to be actually real. She hinted that she would be moving her content to Instagram instead. But when nothing was posted there either, people were confused. Gabbie was totally silent, as well wishes and questions about her well-being flooded her comment sections. Months went by, and people started fearing the worst. Until she resurfaced in one of the strangest ways possible. Gabbie appeared on an episode of Sauna Sessions with Prince EA in June 2023.
Oh man, so thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
He and Gabbie spoke about creativity and spirituality as if nothing had happened, only briefly touching on the fact she was taking a break from social media. And then, she disappeared again. Fans were glad she was safe, but they were left with even more questions than answers. The thing was, although Gabbie's social media was totally silent, the accounts were still active, which led many to believe that she was planning a massive comeback one day. And it looked like that might be happening when 2024 rolled round and she made a second bizarre appearance.
My name's Gabbie and I'm your new instructor.
Apparently, she had started working for a YMCA in Pennsylvania, a long way away from her former home in Los Angeles, and a long way away from her former career as a content creator. But after just one fitness video, she went underground again. At this point, she had posted nothing on her own social media in over a year, until February 19th, 2024. A new Instagram account surfaced. It was called GH3 Album, and it started posting comments on Gabbie's main accounts, hinting that she was releasing a new album. But there was a big question that she was dreading the answer to. Would anyone actually care? On February 29th, 2024, Gabbie reappeared again with her new song, aptly titled, "Where Did I Go?"
I got lost in a cloud of smoke, in the atmosphere, almost like I disappeared.
The message appeared to be that she was doing better and focusing on her health, and the comments section on her announcement was filled with support from her fans. But what about everyone else? Remember her first music video that got 16 million views? Well, in the first 5 days after she released Where Did I Go?, the video got just 72,000. And while drama channels and internet culture websites used to report on her every move, barely anyone covered her return. While she appears happier and healthier than ever, many are waiting for her next outburst or meltdown. Because when everything is normal, people seem way less interested. So, does Gabbie Hanna need drama in order for her career to thrive? Only time will tell.
That's really it.